like I'm barely breathing for ya. I've had enough, and you're the
Yo, what up, Cash fam? My name is Matthew Craig, and you've got it locked to AUD, Australia's Hip Hop Connect today. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that good shit, because we're consistently bringing you the best interviews, both locally and from around the planet. Today's guest, as always, is no exception. Our guest today, she's part of the powerhouse of women in the Australian music industry right now, just making international waves in the R&B scene, just dominating the space. It's hard to sort of believe she only dropped her first single about 12 months ago in 2020, and she's come through with Do It and Say Something, and she's quickly been scoring national radio ads, DSP playlists, earning coveted spots on those artists you need to watch lists. You've seen her everywhere in the press right now. Recently, she had a small run of shows. She performed across the likes of like Triple One, A-Girl, Planet Vegeta, really esteemed company there. But most importantly, she was our cover artist on AU Cash Radio only a couple of weeks ago after dropping her new single, Who I Am, which is a banger. She got vocals for days, this girl. She's authentic, and she's making that classic sort of R&B sound that we all know and love. She's repping Bodega Collective out of Sydney. The one and only Maxine. Welcome to AUD, Australia's Hip Hop Connect. How you doing today, fam?
What's up? I'm good, thank you. How you doing?
I'm well. Good to talk to you. How you sitting right now?
That's such a beautiful wrap up. I was like, oh my God, like he's studying me right now.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna start offering those as cameos or something. You can have that as your morning alarm to wake up to or something if you need
Literally.
to. That's how we can do it. So I want to start at the top. The new single, Who I Am. The lyrics pretty clearly state, "Let me be just who I am." Let us know now on AU, who is Maxine?
I am bossy. I am a badass. I have a huge, very like intrusive family, and you have to be okay with that. But big family person. I'm a big lover. I'm like a hopeless romantic. I just want to unapologetically be myself.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I don't want anybody to stop me from being that person.
That's
like
cool.
I work in the industry with like full of males, and I work with so many males, and there can be no jealousy, none of that toxic shit.
Yeah, facts. What does that look like for you? What does being your authentic self and being unapologetic look like? How do you carry yourself every day in order to do that?
I mean, I'm a good listener. Like I feel like I fully pride myself on just like being yourself. I mean, for me, being myself is just like living how I want to live.
Yeah, facts.
Like I don't wake up early. I go to sleep late, and like I have a different lifestyle that's just not normal for most people, you know, like I'm in the studio late nights making music or like doing interviews and all these types of things. And it's just like, you know, people just accepting that that's how I choose to live. And my views on things, you know, like I won't get into that, but there's a lot of
we got time yet. You touched there a little bit on family and sort of community, and how important is your family been in your upbringing? You've been doing sort of music for a minute now. You're doing some theater stuff. Is that correct? Back in the day, dancing, singing. Give us a little bit of the Maxine journey.
I started as a dancer. So I've been dancing since I was maybe like 5 years old. Dancing since I was about 5, and then started dancing professionally from the time I was like 13. So I was like in school touring, like I'd be doing shows on the weekends. I was missing all those fun parties that all your friends are like, "You gonna come to this party?" I was like, "Sorry, I gotta work." So I was dancing on the weekends, and then I started touring, and I danced for like Timo-Matic and Stan Walker, and like we toured internationally and nationally and stuff. Did like a TV show with a dance group I was in called Saya Banyana, which was dope, lots of fun. And then kind of decided that like I wanted to really have a crack at music. It was a scary like time for me, and I went to LA, and I was like, I just wanted to be around it a lot, and I have a lot of friends that live in LA and do music in LA, so I kind of was like, I'm gonna go to LA and see what this looks like in Los Angeles, and it's much fucking scarier in Los Angeles than it is in Sydney, I'll tell you that.
For real.
But I went over to LA, and then I just was around it a lot, and I was around a lot of super confident artists and super confident and incredible producers. And I was like, yeah, I think I really want to do this. And then I came home and started working with Chunky Love, who I've been working with like since the beginning.
Shout out.
I'm sure you know who Chunky is. And then, like in that time frame, there's been periods where I have stopped focusing on music and like stepped into musical theater, because obviously as a dancer, and I've done some acting as well, like doing everything all in one place was like incredible. you know, so I did 2 musicals, but I sprained my spine doing the last one, and it was time. I think that was a bit of a sign for me to like really take it seriously, because I guess I was doing it a lot, but I wasn't as focused as I have been in the last 2 years, I'd say, year and a half.
Yeah, and the last 12 months.
I traveled my fingers everywhere.
Yeah, I was saying triple threat. Like, and the last 12 months has been pretty wild. Like I said, dropped a couple of singles, and all of a sudden, you know, you check out any blog and it's like Maxine's a name to watch. You check out DSPs and there she is on playlists. Like, how's the response been, and how have you felt like this 12 months in the middle of like a pandemic has been for you? Have you had a chance to stop and take stock of, yo, shit's going pretty well right now?
You know what? I'm like so hard on myself that I probably don't do that enough. Like I probably don't go, fuck, like I've done really, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, of course you are.
Okay, sorry. I'm a potty mouth. My mum will hate it. But I think I probably haven't done that enough. I probably haven't like been looked around and been grateful for the blessings that I have had in the last year and a half, because I have had some incredible industry support, and the DSPs have been on board with everything that I've been doing. And I'm so blessed and I am so grateful, but I'm very hard on myself. And like, I guess where I can see my success, because I'm not there yet, everything like minor, I'm like, yeah, this is cool, but it's not like the level of where I want to be, you know?
Yeah, of course.
So I am super hard on myself.
How was recently stepping into, like, you had your first headline show? How'd the shows go? Like, you got a live band playing alongside some really dope acts. How was that experience for you?
So fun, like the best. Being on stage is my favorite place. Like if I have to pick over the studio or the stage, I love the stage. Like
okay,
stage wins every time.
Yeah.
I just feel like I like lose myself up there, you know, like I fully like, sometimes I was saying in an interview the other day, sometimes I forget, like I come off stage and I'm like, I don't remember what I did up there, because it's just like, I fully just lose myself to like
in
being
that zone.
Yeah, but it has been like incredible. Like I did a show at the Vic, my headline show, and there was so many people, and it was just like unbelievable. I was like, oh my gosh, like every time I step on stage, I know that's exactly where I'm meant to be. So it has been like a great ride in the last couple of shows that I've been doing, and the industry support with the shows has been amazing.
And for those who haven't had the opportunity, and I haven't been blessed to watch a Maxine show live yet, what can we expect? What's the sort of ambience? What's the intention in a Maxine show? What's the experience?
Well, my band is fucking incredible.
Right.
Like my band is unbelievable. Like just I work with seasoned musicians that do this day in and day out, and having them up there, like as much as it's obviously my show, like I work just as hard so that I know that I'm making them proud as well. But yeah, having them is unbelievable. A lot of chops. My drummer's real choppy, so a lot of chops all throughout the show. It's just very dramatic. Like I hate talking in my shows. Like the boys always tease me in rehearsals because they're like, you always say how much you hate talking on stage, but then when you get on stage, you talk. So like, no, I just talk shit, and it's just like a chance for everybody to just like have fun, you know? It's like it's a roller coaster ride. I try and make the set like a roller coaster ride. So there's like some highs and some lows, and you know, a whole bunch of that. But it's great fun, like a lot of booty shaking.
Yeah. We'll touch on that in a minute. For real. I'll ask you about your influences. Like I hear this classic sort of R&B 70s sound, you know, you got that guitar, you got the funky synths, it's all sexy, but then you got that sort of light, gentle elements, almost like a Summer Walker or a Janae Aiko, like sort of infused in there. Who are your musical influences, and how does that creative process look for you?
Well, I grew up like listening to like Stevie Wonder and Earth, Wind and Fire and even Rod Stewart. Like my mum was, she's one of those crazy music ladies that like has a DVD collection out of this world. It's unbelievable. Like I still see it and I'm like, throw these away. But now there was a time where I was like, these need to go in the trash. And now I'm like, this is amazing. Like this is where I learned everything from. She used to make me sit on the weekends on Saturdays and watch DVDs of concerts.
Study the tape.
Oh my gosh, it's just everything. It was like cleaning but watching DVDs at the same time. So like I grew up listening to all of that old school stuff, but then like it's kind of morphed a little bit. Like right now I'm super into like Lucky Day and Victoria Monet and, you know, a big vibe for me. But then also like I love Kanye and like Jay-Z and like I love Janae. Summer Walker took a while to. I loved her in the beginning, but now I'm kind of like, you know, so it kind of like changes from time to time. I feel like a lot of my inspiration comes from the older stuff, but then like with the new sounds.
Yeah, cool.
You know, because modern R&B is it's different now. It's not like we're not making like music. It doesn't sound as live as it used to sound back then when it was like Stevie Wonder played 15 instruments on one song.
Yeah,
it's not like that anymore. It's like it's different. But,
yeah. I think now that you explain that, I can sort of hear that in tunes because I said I get this air of like it's almost gentle, romantic sort of influences, but then also you've got this other side to you. You know what I mean? Like, and then maybe that's the jigger and the yay, but it's like you know, say something. I'm seeing leather. I'm seeing chains. I'm seeing the things you posted. I'm seeing a snake around your neck in a music video. Like, give us a bit of an insight into the juxtaposition of the two. And also, first up, like a snake, I'm terrified of that shit. How did that go down?
You know what? I was like, I had this epiphany, like, I need to have snakes in this video. Because, I mean, that song was about, like, taking, again, back everything's been about relationships, shit. But taking back, like, my power from the relationships that have, like, hurt me in the past, you know? It's just one relationship. But taking back my power, you know? And so having the snake was just, as much as it looked scary, it really wasn't that scary. Like, I just, you know, I have a good work ethic. So like, I was terrified the night before, but as soon as that snake rocked up, I was like, put it on my shoulders. It's go time, baby. It's time to work.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. You couldn't pay me enough to do that, for real.
It's all right. You get over it. Some people came over there, overcome their fears on that set. So I was very happy.
No. And I guess that comes back to your authenticity. Exactly what you said. You just want to be unapologetic yourself. And that's what I say. I see this blend of like heartbreak and romance and stuff, but then this edge, this sexiness, this like neon light after dark sort of influence. Let us into that sort of world of Maxine a bit.
I guess like I was really proud of that whole concept because like being a woman, like wearing those clothes and like just doing what I did for that, like a lot of people were like, oh, it's like sex, but it wasn't sex. Like I'm comfortable with myself. I'm comfortable with my body. I felt like it was empowering as much as, yes, I look sexy, but like it was empowering for a woman. Like I'm not a skinny girl. So, you know, it's empowering for a woman to be like, women are like in music videos these days, like women are like, you know, you see how girls shaking their asses and whatever, and like how that looks, but it's not often that it's the other way around. So I was like, I wanted to have like me having control over the boys, which is why I had them tied up and with snakes. Because I was like, you know what? Like, yeah, I can fucking do it too. And this is how I'm going to do it while I still look sexy at the same time.
Yeah, don't. That's sort of reclaiming the narrative, reclaiming your autonomy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I see that coming through. Like you're pretty open on social media as well. I've seen you post like, yo, my DMs are open. If anyone wants to chat, I'm my authentic self. Without letting you in too much, how do some of those conversations go? And what's the relationship between you and your fans and you and the public when you like are openly that real and that honest?
I feel like when I'm more real and that honest, it just reads so well. Like it's just, it's natural, you know, like I'm not trying to be like a facade of myself. Like, I don't want to be this person on the internet that I'm not in real life. Because, like, in real life, I am really that, like, open and, like, I'll talk to anyone and I, like, love having conversations with people, new artists, old artists. Like, you know, I'm an open book as an artist. So, like, I definitely have to have that as well, read through my social media and read through so people can connect with me, you know, because I want that personal relationship with my fans and I want them to know that I care. And I want to have that like open space between us. So it reads really well. And like a lot of people, like I chat a lot with a lot of people and, you know, it's not that deep. Like I'm not some fucking chick with a stuck up art. Like I'm not stuck up.
I'm just me.
I'm never going to be that. I never learned that from my family. Yeah. And as I progress in my career, I'll never become that person. So I never want to show that to anyone. Like I don't want to be that person, you know?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I see that sense of community that you're really championing and fostering, whether it's like with other artists and that, whether it's with your fans. Like you got some incredible people in your circle, you know what I mean? You mentioned Chunky Love before, Bodega Collective. I see Mike Champion all over your shit. Like that's the bro.
That's my brother.
Is that your actual brother?
Yeah, that's my
actual
brother.
Yo, I just learned that. He's the G. Yo, what a talented family.
Do you know Mike? That's my brother.
Yo, y'all are crazy. Like
you didn't connect the last names?
Now it's obvious to me, isn't it? I didn't put the two together. Yo, crazy talented family. When are we going to see the collab happening there? That's what I'm down for.
Oh, I get a lot of people ask that question, I'll tell you. You know what? Like Mike and I haven't actually worked together yet.
Yeah.
But we will. It's that I think at this stage, we're like I was so scared to even step into music because of Mike. And I guess like, I think it was a fear that I lived with that I was like, I can't live up to him. And so I had that looming on my shoulders. And even though he's always been like, you don't need to ever feel like that. Like he's never like that type of, like, my brother has been so supportive of like me deciding to step into music and take it seriously, you know, because I always sang, but it just wasn't something that I was like, I'm the dancer, you're the singer.
Yeah, yeah.
But then me kind of transitioning into like, you know what, I want to sing. And he was like, bloody oath, like about time. I was wondering when you were going to get ready to do it. So it's great. Like we haven't worked together yet, but we will. It's just like a time thing. I think I'm still kind of like finding my ground and my feet, and he's really got his feet planted on the ground. So
that's what we look for that when it eventually happens and shit comes full circle, for real.
Yeah.
Well, so
when it does, it has to also be a banger when it does.
And it will be.
I know people are waiting, but I'm like, we can't release some mediocre shit.
Nah, tease it out, get it right. Yeah,
you know.
So what is the short-term sort of future look like? You've been dropping a bunch of singles. Is there a project in the works? Is there more singles, more visuals? What can we sort of look forward to?
Yeah, there will be, like, I'm trying to work on a project right now, working with Danny Duke and Chunky and like hopefully Cool Kid Woodchuck and a bunch of other producers. I am working on that. It's just a process, you know, it like takes time. I don't want to give anyone any definite answer because I am so bad at this stuff. People are like, don't say that publicly. I'm like, sorry. But I'm working on it. I'm working on a project. I think I'm going to have a little break after Who I Am.
Yeah.
And just focus on like making some incredible music. And I'm focusing on the soundscape, and I really want everything to like be full circle in unison. So I think that just takes a little time, and I need to just like step away to really put all of my energy into building the sound and the new music and the project. So yeah, that's what you have to look forward to.
Well, we're excited for
it. I promise.
That's tight. And how about like a little bit longer term? Like if, you know, 5-10 years in the game, if you can look back after what you've done in this, what does the Maxine footprint look like? What's the legacy you're trying to impart on this community, on music, on Australia, for people of color? What's the Maxine legacy look like?
Oh, that's a great question. Such a great question, Tom. I think I really like, you know, in my whole career, I've always thought about how the youth would be impacted by it, and how I really want, like, I have nieces and nephews, like Mike has kids who I'm very close with. And I really want the youth to like be empowered to step into these fields and not be afraid and know that they can do it. You know what I mean? As an artist, like having nieces and nephews that are like, my nephew dances and my niece sings, and they're so like, I remembered when I was that age, and there's like no fear in them. They're not scared to do anything or to like show up and show out. And as you get older, that gets a little bit more scary. Yeah. So like, I just want I want younger kids to never like have that fear instilled with them, you know, with music, especially. Like creative careers are really hard and like really confronting and nerve-wracking, and like, you know, it's a risk to be an artist. It's a risk to be a painter. It's a risk to be a producer. Like it's a risk to be a DJ. It's a, you know, but if I just like push forward with my career, I hope that I can inspire younger kids and younger artists, independent artists, that like, it's possible. You just have to work a little harder, you know?
Yeah.
And then I guess like, I really want to tour. Like I want to tour the whole fucking world. I really want to have an incredible stage show and be able to tour that all over the world and just like put Australia on the map, I'm South African, like put South Africa on the map in terms of like, you know, colored people. Like it's dope to be able to do it. I'm blessed to do this every day and to like get love from other like people for what I do every day. So I really just want younger people to be inspired that they can do the same, you know?
Yeah, well, you're certainly doing that right now, sis, and it's only just the beginning. So we're hella excited for what that future looks like.
Thank you.
I want to slide into some fun rapid fire questions now as we're doing $80. I'm gonna hit you with some stuff. I know you came for this, and you're gonna hit me.
I'm nervous.
All right. Straight up, first up, rapid fire with Maxine. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
I didn't eat breakfast, but I had a coffee.
All right, there we go. What was the last thing you watched on Netflix?
Oh, I'm watching The Handmaid's Tale. Shit, that wasn't Netflix. It's on Prime Video.
Oh, well, they don't sponsor us. That's a generic question.
Handmaid's Tale instead.
Handmaid's Tale on to Stan. Check it out. All right. Dream holiday destination. You said you want to travel the world. Where's the one place you want to go?
Oh, my gosh. I want to go to London. I haven't been there yet.
Oh, London's dope. I used to live there. Great city.
Really?
Yeah, for real. Chat for another time.
Okay.
Cats or dogs, and why?
Dogs. I just can't do cats. They're just too slimy. I don't want to be scratched. Mm-mm. I have one of each, but I'd prefer dogs.
Okay. If you could collaborate with any artist in history, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh, Michael Jackson.
I knew that was coming. I had a feeling.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
How would you say another name?
Otherwise, MJ.
Yep.
Oh my God, yeah.
I feel that. What is the worst job you've ever had?
Working in sales.
You don't have to give away too many names or details. That's cool.
I'm not giving any names, but shit, they're probably going to be watching this because they're always watching. Like, watch it. Sorry.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh, probably Chris Brown.
Okay, fair. I think everyone did. Everyone did. You make your first milli off this stuff. What's the first thing you're spending money on?
My parents.
Love. Family, important. Yeah. Love it.
Just family. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
If you could hang out with a cartoon character for a day, who would it be?
Oh my God. I don't really watch much cartoons. Shit. Maybe like Mickey or Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, that's safe. It's always going to be fun. All right. And final rapid fire question for you, Maxine. This is the controversial one that we ask every interview on AU Dollars. It's garnered controversy from artists all around the world. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All about it?
Hell yeah.
You heard it here first. Maxine loves pineapple on her pizza. Touring companies, make sure you got that on her rider.
I'm putting it on my rider.
Yeah, there we go. Yo, Maxine, it's been a pleasure talking to you today. Congratulations on all the success recently. We're definitely championing your stuff right here at AU Dollars and look forward to seeing what the future holds.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the love and support and for like reaching out, wanting to chat.
100%. Well,
it's hard for us independent artists out here, bro. So it's incredible that AU Dollars is really championing and pushing independent artists and just like hip hop music in Australia.
Yeah, we appreciate that, and keep doing your thing, and we're going to keep supporting. So get at me as well. Like if you come to Melbourne in a minute, like hit me on the DM and we'll link up. So.
Oh my gosh, I'm there. I'll see you this week.
All right, done. Sounds good, sis. Appreciate your time.
Bye.
Bye.